The views and opinions of this video and comments to this channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of this channel's broadcaster. If you have a complaint about something or find the content is being used incorrectly, this is Balaclava Diaries. We're toxic, we're talking aggressive. If you don't like it, send a message. We're weed stimulated, educated, top rated, and never baited. I am the OG MacG. To the right of me, Mr. Let's Party. To the right of him, Lofsky.
Yes, sir.
The ladies call him Lofsky Love. Fucking good shit. And we got, Michelin in the house with us right now. Yeah, he's gonna have that kind of look on his face the whole time. But yeah, we came to talk to you about some real things today. At the end of the day, this city's going through a crime wave right now, and it's kind of interesting to just know why, every crime that happens in this city is always some people that are under the age of 20, you know what I mean? It's just nuts, from car theft to murder to, robberies and all types of crazy shit. You're just seeing just heinous acts every day in the city, It's Toronto's really turning into the 51st state?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, we just wanted to go through some things, man. I think it's we need a platform to kind of teach the youth, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of this day, the day today, in this show, we want to make sure that, we get the point across that, just think sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just think, on-site is not a good idea. On-site's not a good idea. You're at the movie theaters, it's Christmas, on-site is not a good idea, yeah, so, there's certain things that I think, we gotta be able to tell the youth, so, Michelin, the G-code, let's get straight to it,
G-code?
The G-code to me, personally, I'll start you off. The G-code is move in silence, aka no long talking. Don't talk to the police, aka no stop snitching. Don't snake your crew or your mans.
That goes for the rivals too.
For the rivals too, right? You accept your consequences. You know what you signed up for, right? Never fight over a bitch. Don't trust anyone too much. And don't expose what you're doing. Never show what you have. Okay, to round it up, never do dirt where you lay your head. So, what does the G code mean to you? Being in the game for, X amount of years and so on and so forth, what does that mean to you in your life?
When you enter that stage in life where you have to make a choice, whether to follow your dreams or those guys making money on the bench, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that attracts you faster. And the G code, you just have to follow some key steps that just don't get you in trouble, But when you sign up for this, you have to know that you gotta hug whatever comes your way. You made the choice, right? And the older guys pretty much put the youngins on because those are the fall guys, and they're the ones that want their stripes.
Do you think a lot of young guys know that though coming in? Do you think that's why there's a snitching culture? Do you think these young guys don't really they glorify it, but they don't know really what it is to be in the streets?
Bro, they're just following the music, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like that out there if you're not really out in the field, man, and when you misbehave, there's consequences, and people take things seriously, so if you're not really out here, you shouldn't be tampering,
Right.
Trying to play both sides. You're either in it.
Brother, if you're in it, you're in it. If you're good, you're good.
Yeah, be a good dude. Don't try to be a bad dude if you're not ready for the consequences. You're not ready to get your beaten when you get caught. Don't jump in the game is what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely, but these kids don't even know consequential thinking.
No, none.
You
For
know,
sure, none.
There's no consequence here.
Like they don't think anything's gonna happen.
bro, they're just trying to impress. You know, they're trying to impress their peers, but real talk, they don't even care about them.
Yeah, they're trying to get the likes on the Instagram. They feel like, the beer views are gonna get them up. But real shit, it's not about that. Because when you're in this life, no one cares how many views you have. Nobody cares how many likes you have. I'm sure you can definitely attest to that. Nobody cares about your Instagram followers.
Bro, you don't even know what I'm doing. My IG is a fucking burner. Like,
You know what I mean?
you know what I mean? I'm just there to like browse. Just follow the inspirations of my life and like try and motivate the positivity. You know, like everyone's IG stories just like reflects them. You know, they don't know how to separate like. Like you have your one account, and then like fuck, when your life's a mess, you could see it on your fucking feed, But if you have a separate thing for finances, a separate thing for like, fashion and whatever else you're into, hobbies, you'll start to see the feed change, and it's kind of like that's what you got to do in the streets, man. Like, you got family at home. You can't bring that shit at home, right?
Yeah, you have to separate yourself from certain things and do things differently.
But these kids bring that energy at home, at school. They have no respect for, like, authority.
None.
So what would you say your top 5 like rules of the G code? Like, if you were gonna give some, because G code has mad rules. Like, we went through a couple of them, but at the end of the day, there's way more to it, especially depending on the region you live in. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, what are the top 5 rules that will like keep you out of jail, keep you like from killing somebody or getting killed? Like, what are the things that you should try to live by day? Because a lot of these kids nowadays think like the streets is way better than getting a job, like Jimmy said earlier. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what do you say to that? Like, top 5 G codes.
Honestly, don't outshine the master. Whatever you follow, just know you chose them as an inspiration. So if you want to reap the benefits from who you adore, like, pay homage to them. They're gonna open the doors for you. But if you cut grass and snake your people, like, that's just a recipe for bad business, and there's consequences for that. Bro, man, honestly, loyalty is priceless.
Loyalty is priceless. Don't outshine the master. Don't cut the grass.
Don't snake you.
Don't snake your people.
And loyalty is priceless.
Loyalty is priceless, man. Just keep your business quiet, man.
Okay.
Like, man's like to broadcast like you're on the news, bro. You'll see it on the news, for sure. You'll see it on the news. You know what I mean? But like, while you're doing your thing, hush your mouth, fam.
That is so fucked up. We're laughing at that.
No, because it's crazy. Because it's crazy because you say that, but I think about, like, I see a lot of shit that goes down, and it's like, you guys film it. Like, you're actually doing you're doing City
You're
Pulse's
just
job
dry snitching on yourself,
like,
bro.
you know what I mean? Like, you need to
Get the
get
play
caught
done.
yet. Like,
Make the money. Get the play done first, man. Get the bag first, man.
yeah, man's already snapping. Man's are snapping himself with the strap in their hand. They're about to rob this place right now. Like, bro, why are you doing that?
That's so crazy. So it's crazy because I had seen like something on like Six Buzz or one of those things where a man stole the car and he was fucking doing like live inside the car that he just fucking stole, and he got caught off that because they booked like something in the back window because they seen him drive past it and just found his location and just you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, what were the streets like before Instagram Live?
Bro, no one broadcasted what they did. Like, when CP24 had their first channel, like, that was like the scoreboard for the man them. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is on 24/7 in the spot, and then like you hear a man's name or you hear something that you heard happened the other day, and it's like, That's how you make noise in the city. Like, yo, bro. That just changed like communication throughout the ends. You know, that was the way the ends started to communicate. Like you see it on the news. You know,
Yeah, to know if it was what was really happening. if the shit's
exactly.
really
Just like
popping.
paperwork, right? It wasn't real until a man says, "Yo, Ray," and then they're like, "All right, yo, we're gonna see it tonight, right?"
Oh my god.
That's crazy. As some mans are communicating, you'll know it's on City Pulse.
Oh, you want to be famous, bro? In Toronto, we have a channel for you.
That's crazy.
But it's so small-minded, though. You know, like we're just trapped in this little. It's a big city, but like the politics just like segregate everybody. You know. But I feel like strategically, like certain individuals have learned to navigate throughout the neighborhoods and keep the peace. You know, but it's just the young ones right now that they want their stripes. They're hungry, but that happens in every generation. We get it. But the social media is feeding them bullshit. You know, like the teenagers these days, like this drill music is crazy for them. We never had that.
Yeah.
We were listening to some like even though it was you know, showing us the dark side of life, like there was a lesson in there, like.
Yeah. The mans weren't talking about things they did last week. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't, you know what I mean? They weren't exposing it to this level, you know? Like, it would be like a, coded something, you know what I mean? Like, Get At Me Daddy remix Cameron, you know what I'm saying? Or
Taking photos of people's like grave sites and like
But
disrespecting.
even when we speak on the
shit.
phone or text, it's all cold.
Nah, these guys are just talking, blaring and everything out.
They go on they go on the live and then they see how many numbers on the corner of the screen. They start yapping, fam.
Yeah, people get amped. And then they wonder why they get latched.
so like, based on no one following the G code, how do you move? Like, for these guys that are in the game, you know, like, how do you even, you know, just keep yourself alive, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you say just get out of it? Like, should a lot of people just realize that it's not for them?
Bro, sometimes people think it's what they need to do right now. You know, and that's your choice how long you want to be here, because it's a ticking time bomb. You know, it's either you fuck around and end up in the ground, or you make you just caught slipping and the boy don't just latch you and you're just doing your time now and you don't understand why you're away from your family. You know, like, but you signed up for it.
No one ever thinks about that shit for real, though.
That's what I mean about consequential thinking, you know?
For
Like,
sure. Everybody thinks it's all fun and games, and then, like,
but bro, it's a choice, you know? Like, if you want to get into this, like, yo, you have to follow some rules, but like, yo, there's benefits, but it's not for that long, I'll tell you that.
Would you say it's like a drug though for certain people? Like, once they get in the streets and they get a 1, 2, 20 racks in their hand, they never seen that before. They do a 2 moves and now they're, Scottie Pippen at a game and they think they're like 6-time champion. And, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
Like,
you can't really think like that. It depends who opened the door for you to be able to speak like that and move like that, you know? Like, there's some real players in the city and it's a small community, you know? So, like, if you move a certain way and you're repping whatever, we'll know, you know? And if you're not supposed to be here, you'll find out. You know, like, if you're cutting grass and you're from OT, like, you gotta have, you gotta check in, really. Someone has to know about you. And a group has to represent you. They have to vouch for you out here. You decide to, like, tap in over here in this market, we're gonna know everything about you, bro.
so you guys have the Google search up instantly.
Bro, insiders everywhere, fam.
why is the G code not followed anymore? Like, did the OGs drop the ball?
Yo, honestly, like, they didn't drop the ball. Some of them are still locked up, so they're unable to communicate effectively. And some of them gave up on, it's like talking to a brick wall sometimes. These youths they switched up, man. Like, the last 15, 20 years, like, the game changed so much, man. And the rules and social media, just instant gratification. Like, bro, when you were running the thing in the city, you were doing it quietly, and the people knew not to fuck up the play, you know, like.
I hate to laugh, but it's just like, how do you not think you're telling on yourself if you're saying it on camera and you're waving around the machine on the Instagram live? Like,
But isn't it too? It's like,
how are you not telling on yourself though? Like, how are you not? Like, do they think about it that way? Like,
aren't the kids just like, but they're looking up to like the wrong like role models and stuff, right? Like the people that they think are cool are guys that like got famous for doing wild shit and like bragging about it on the internet.
The whole bragging thing just like doesn't sit well with me, because like, yo, if you really do this, you won't be talking about it. And if you're rapping about it, you know someone that does it, you're talking for your people. But you got to speak in code too, you know, because like, man, the community in North America in terms of the life that the rappers speak about, like, yo, that community is connected, man, you know, like, it's easy to fact check. It's easy to know if what you're saying is like, yo, is that verified or what? Like, you can't believe everyone, you know, and just because they have a Rolex and a fucking Porsche doesn't fucking mean shit. You know, you can tell when someone's speaking from first person, or like they think they know about it, you know?
Or they're just like saying stuff that they think will.
Honestly, you know, why even want that attention, first of all, you know? Like, fuck, if it's about the music, stick to the music, bro.
so do you think like when it came to the G code, like it's not followed because the youth just got worse, or is it because the OGs got locked up?
It's a mix of the absence of the OGs. Also, you know, there was like a boom in the youth. I don't know, there's like mad numbers of the young ones just like tapping into TikTok and all this. It's just like a disease, bro. Like, it spread so much that these kids have no brought up, dog. You know, like, they go to YouTube University and TikTok, bro.
Yeah,
We had to step out and touch road 10 toes, fam. And the world was like smaller back then.
yeah.
As the further you venture, the more you take over. You know that, right? Like, those are your ends. You walk that pavement, right? Like, but yo, the world is big out there. These kids need to know, man. Toronto's just Toronto, bro. You know, like, once you spread around the country, Canada, like, you need to get out of here.
So is there like a level to the streets right now in Toronto, or is it just a free for all?
Of course, there's levels, man. But from the top tier to the bottom, like, there's just so much. There's an inflation of foot soldiers out here. Everyone has the same fucking number, right? But like, yo, once you're like tapped in for real, like, the community's small, and it's really run by like a fucking room like this.
For real.
You know, and everything below this is like all the organizations that you know of today in Canada. But it's the pipelines, man, and the business, you know, like the business from Toronto to like New York, Miami, like there's several different avenues of business there. You know, when the Raptors came to town, like there were a lot more escorts in the city, and that business grew, right? And the connections became stronger due to all the out-of-towners coming back here.
What else? What is another example?
Bro, you know, like Canada's greenery. That's been flooding the planet forever. Yo, Canada Post and like FedEx and UPS, bro.
Yo, no, I don't think, yo.
That's mad. They're guys. They're good people. Those are good companies, man. Invest into them, you know, they pay dividends.
Yo, just run your fucking, what's it called? The payment before you get your fucking mail, yo. What is that called, yo? Customs. Just pay your customs. It'll be alright.
Duty.
Yeah, pay your duties. Oh, we'll take care of the rest. That's crazy, fam. Oh man. I'm fucking this is deep, man. This is crazy. It seems as every time like you're on or watching the news in Toronto, like someone's getting shot, or there's some, there's some fire somewhere, whether it's Brampton or East Side, Scarborough, or, even down to Durham now, like Vaughan. It's all over the place now, you know what I'm saying? Is it, why do you think this is happening now?
Everyone's connected. The city is small. The GTA is a place where like there's someone running each region, and then like all the businesses tie in together. You know what I mean? Like you already know the car theft is crazy right now. I think we're leading the country right now.
This is nuts. How are we beating Bronx, New York? Like how? Like how are we beating Bronx?
Retarded, like there's a booming business in the Middle East and in Africa and in China. Like, we're just straw buying or just filtering the cars out the country. They're in crates within fucking 8 hours, 5 hours. They're gone, and like Toronto's become a place where they're just like flooding the gates right now, and the youths are just making all the bread, and they don't know how to act with the money. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bunch of 18-year-olds.
Yeah, they're touching like 5 racks for their first time, like,
First time in like foreigns type shit.
They could take 5 cars in one day, and that's, $50K for them.
What the fuck?
Keys and everything, and now, bro, that shit is sticky still. Like,
Was Toronto more violent then or now?
I think it was on site back then too. Don't get it twisted.
I think back then it was more.
It was on site, man. But like, the shit wasn't really always on the news, man. If you were there, you're there.
I feel like that's
what was the summer of the gun?
That's like 2002.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the first time the city felt like that surge.
So that's when all the big dogs were getting knocked.
But the borders were fucking open season, dog.
Who's making more money right now, the OGs or the youth?
Bro, the youths are actually getting it in still, I'm not gonna lie. But the OGs, they know how to like invest their money. These kids just blow their fucking bread, all I'd say right now to these guys making all this cash, these young guys, just pre-construction, man. They take cash. Give it to your lawyer. The thing is, in the city, mans will find your bread. You talk about your cash, dog.
That's another rule of the G code.
You know what I mean?
Don't
Like,
talk about what you got.
Stop talking, man. Cause they're gonna show up at your door, fam.
Well, go on. Want to see some CRA numbers?
The thing is, when mans are hungry, they're hungry. You know what I mean? Like, I'll get a phone call for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, fam. And if I don't feed these guys, they just keep bugging me. But I'm at a point where I shouldn't be ordering these hits no more, because I'm not really hating on nobody. I don't harness any hate. But I know what happens when violations occur or like street fouls happen, There's no referees out here, we hold court on the street. Man, I don't know. Like,
Let's get real here, yo. Let's get real. So, how many levels of haters does OVO have?
fuck, I don't even give a shit, bro, Like, people that hate are just bad mind, and the levels, there's levels to everything. There's industry level, there's fan level, there's street level, there's the guys you went to school with in Sandbox that fucking hate on you because you never came for them to help them out. Like, put your work in, bro. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the ones that put in the work and show their worth stick around. You know what I mean? But if you have a hidden agenda or you're not honest, you're not gonna make it, bro. Because this is a well-oiled machine. It's become, a legitimate business, and mans need to fix up. Corporate lifestyle compared to the streets, you could take the lessons you learn in life and bring it to the corporate world. It doesn't have to be so severe, but like you read the room when you walk in, right, the same way. You know, you stare in someone's eyes and body language the same way. And 9 times out of 10, they don't even have that over you. Use that and accomplish something great around good people. Stop hating, bro.
Stop bad minding.
Stop hating, bro.
So, is it smart to test OVO?
Honestly, yo, you test whoever, right? You can test whoever, but yo, you just have to have a certain level of respect and understand. Yo, when you cross the lines or break the rules, there's consequences. That goes for any group. It doesn't matter about who we're speaking about at the moment. You know, that goes. You treat everyone the same. You have to expect, like, you know, misery. It attracts bad company. You know, and jealousy also, like, that's not beneficial.
Wouldn't you say it's like impossible to not have jealousy at that level though? Like,
Of course, no one wants to see you win, bro. They don't want to see you win, especially if they came up with you.
That's crazy. It's so true.
It's sad, man. It's sad, bro. That's the city, though. Like,
Yeah.
people don't want to see you win here. Like, everybody wants to hate. Like, no one wants to show love until you're here. And everyone's like, yo, you can't help me out, bro. What? Just like you said, when I was on the streets, I was putting my 10 toes down. You weren't here for me. But now that I'm here at a certain point, I'm supposed to put you on for what?
Right, exactly. So for the company we're speaking of, like, they definitely gave everyone a shot. I could say that. I can contest to that. They gave everyone a shot. Who's around now? Let's see how long you're still here, man. Bro, you have to, like, it's consistency, man. The moment the moment you crack, like, your true colors show, everything that happens in the dark comes to the light. If it doesn't come out in the wash, it comes out in the rinse, fam.
does being Canadian affect how much OVO is tried in the States?
I mean, I feel like it's grown a following in the States.
But I mean, like, in terms of, like, them, you know, being pressed or, you know.
Well, being Canadian alone, entering the United States, they just have this view on us that I understand why. They're just, like, ignorant to the fact that, yo, we're a big city too, right? You think there's a bunch of igloos up here and we fucking building snowmans.
And that everybody's super nice. And
That's
whatever.
fine. Yo, hey, you know, like, I do feel we're a little more conservative, but I feel like we're smarter. Like, we see the play, we see the phone, we can hear the phone ring before it rings, fam. We're the trendsetters. They follow what we do, right? Like, and they try and make it their own. They come up here and shoot their movies. You know what I mean? They're trying to mimic our city to be a place in the States.
To be New York, yeah.
That's how our city has grown. You know what I mean? Like, New York is like our big sister, our big brother. You know, like, the way that city has grown, like, we're just like a more refined version. But, like, the crime is crime, bro. Crime is crime. There's crime everywhere.
So why do you think Americans just treat us like, you know, like, why do you think they think we're softer? What do you think it is?
They're unaware until they come up here. Just come up here, fam. You know what I mean? Like, what you see on TV and what you hear in the music, bro, you can say all you want, man. You know, like, it's a beautiful place to see if you're looking for beautiful and you're looking for a good time. Like, you'll find it. But if you're on that timing and you think shit is sweet, like, bro, just don't get too comfortable with your jewelry and all that and flossing out here, because once they see the plates, bro, you're getting gurks, fam, by the hotel or something. You're gonna go shopping, like, you're parking your car, right?
So who feels the heat more? Is it the entourage or the boy himself? Like, who feels the heat more? Like, it's when you get pressed, is there like a system where all systems go, you gotta protect this guy? Like, what does that look like?
He's from here, he knows, you know? Stay calm, you know, like, there's enough.
Because we can't ignore his house just got shot up. You know what I mean? We can't ignore that, you know? Like, it's public news. It's public news. Like,
It's public news. But, you know, we'll get to the bottom of it. whether it's a conversation or there's no accusations, you know. The world is like a weird place sometimes, you know. There could be wackos just looking for publicity, you know, like making our city follow what's going on in the States, like, because yo, you know, there was something that happened last week too.
Yeah, a madman tried to break into his house the other day. Still,
Several.
Yo, but that must be a regular thing though. Like,
Yeah.
look what happened. Yo, when your shit's public, yo, that, first of all, you know, that's like a museum now.
yeah, for real.
You know, that's like a museum, like passing Michael Jackson's house or Michael Jordan's house. So you don't know that's just a facility at the moment. Right? And if that attention is going on over there, like, bro, you can't accuse anyone, man. You know?
So, like, I watched the Family Matters video, you know, like, is Drake an 81 supporter, or is that just his security? Like, what's going on there?
Say that again?
Is Drake an 81 supporter, or is that just his security? Because he had,
Yo,
you know,
politics is politics, you know? Like, you have to make sure you're good out here. So there's certain representation you need, just like lawyers, right?
like security, you would say.
I mean, you don't have to say security, but it's politics, right? You need some politicians out here to represent for you. That's how I look at it, you know? Like, whether you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see what you see, it is what it is, right?
But if you know what you know, then you know what's going on.
I like the political answer. I like that. I'm not mad at it at all. How would you say OVO handles the haters? Like,
I don't think there's time for that, so no one's really listening. You know what I mean? Like, that chat's chat only, bro.
right?
Right? If you focus on that, like,
The machine is moving regardless.
it's moving regardless.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think every level, it's moving regardless. So there's no types of distraction like that. That's not, there's no time for that. It's gonna happen regardless. Like, whoever's talking this shit, do they have all the levels of a business that this corporation has?
So would you say the OVO owls turned into a target?
I mean, it's as popular as the Jordan logo, I think, in the States, you know?
Right.
Like, it's just become a part of this generation's culture. It's a logo that is recognized.
For sure.
I feel like it's like when you think of Toronto, like you think about that. Like,
Oh, you're gonna buy a Raptors hat or a jersey or
Yeah.
Blue Jays, and then you're gonna cop an OVO shirt.
yeah, they go along. It's like a part of the package now. Like, you know, see all the
It's
new.
patriotic, man.
Yeah, so-
You can't hate on that. You can't hate on that, bro. But there's levels to
patriotic.
everything, right? So just, you know, just if you're into the fashion, follow the fashion. You know, whatever's going on out here, like, it took mans a certain amount of time to, like, separate themselves to build a business that is you know, they're engaging in commerce all over the world now.
For sure.
They're touching base on different markets that are culturally, like, influential. Sports, entertainment, you know, just
All of it.
movies, fashion.
What do you think about Kendrick Lamar?
I'll be honest with you, I met the man one time, right? And he was down to earth. He put his phone down and had a conversation with me. I'm not gonna lie, I cut hair, I'm a barber. Yeah, well, fuck, man. I didn't have a bad experience with the man, and with everything that's happening. Like, it was good. It was good for the sport. It was good to hear him rap, but I mean, yo, it doesn't have to get that deep, fam. You know, like, lyrically, mans can ruin each other's lives by outing their business to their gal. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead and take those shots, man. But the money's still gonna be made. The attention that you wanted, you got. So you're hitting your numbers, so everyone's happy. it's just good it didn't get like too crazy, you know? It was all right. I respect the battle still.
So the rumors that there's like leaks in between the team. Can you speak to that or?
Leaks?
Yeah, like that's what Kendrick was.
You know, there's always someone drilling a hole in the boat, you know? It just comes, those people will be found, you know, like, honestly, man, like the rooms are so small that like, it's just a process of elimination sometimes when certain information gets leaked, so it's easy.
Right.
It just, that's why you gotta leave your phone at the door when you walk in the room sometimes. It depends who's in the room.
You don't think that like this beef in particular was like kind of crazy with how they were like basically trying to destroy each other's reputations, or
Yeah, they were trying to destroy each other.
versus like because when I look at the Drake and Pusha T beef or the Drake and Kanye thing, like sure they were sending shots and whatever, but this felt a lot more
guys
personal.
used to die over this. Like guys used to get shot and killed over this. You know what I'm saying? So for it to get to the personal level, I get it. And if they can both kind of keep their cool and not get to a level where they're going to, go to that next level, that would be even better. Because at the end of the day, less, bodies on the ground, whatever. And sometimes it's not even these guys. It's not even them. It's just someone who wants to ride or someone who thinks they're helping out the cause or, and it's just like, fuck, man. Just like, these guys wanted each other. They sparred. They did a 1-2, on wax. And, whatever, keep it to that, Even if it is a violation, just have a conversation with a man after, you know what I'm saying?
Conversation, be a man of action, like if it's music, it's music. But if you're talking some reckless shit, like fuck. I guess it's up whenever they see each other, but if it's all daps and hugs, it's better that way, if anything, but just keep it for the culture and like not for the streets, cause it gets messy. You might be riding out for the wrong cause just cause you're riding out for your guy, right? Like,
so would you say like in Toronto, like OVO's brought hoods together? Because they say like OVO never does anything for like, the less fortunate or whatever. They're never like, but have they ever brought unity to certain hoods? Like,
of course. So when the Raptors and OVO teamed up, they started like renovating these gyms in every at-risk community, making a presence and bringing the players when they open the gym.
Right.
That's for the community. And whatever's going on in the streets, like that's totally different. And that's not like anything to glorify, to be honest.
Right, but do you think like OVO's kind of like calming down certain beefs or bringing like, sides that weren't together now just based on this music shit, or not really?
Well, on the music shit, like it just looked like 10 mans on one just now, like, so I'm pretty sure there's a reevaluation of who to be working with at this point with music. But I feel like
but the city itself though, like in Toronto, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like every neighborhood got a shot, like I've seen artists show up to parties and private functions that were like given a chance to be around the mandem to get classified,
Right.
And I believe each end got a little look, like from wherever you're from. If you're a Finchilist and you're up top, like there was love blessed on the Jane, If you're from downtown, like there was love blessed downtown. You know what I mean? Like Prime was from Esplanade, and like Scarborough, of course, Vern. Bro, I mean,
But like Vern and G-Way together, no?
Nah.
No?
Not together at the same time, but like I feel like certain mans got looks. They got invited out to just chop it up, see what the opportunities are with the music thing. But it's political, right? Like you work with one guy and then fucking you just lose a whole genre or a whole neighborhood but that's small time. That's Toronto. That's never gonna change.
Oh fuck, man.
That's never
Why
gonna
you-
change, man.
Why you gotta say it like that? All right, to wrap, there's a lot of people that are saying OVO are kind of like the gatekeepers of Toronto music. Do you think that that's true, or do you think that they just have really shit music and have no business acumen? Like, what do you think it is?
I mean, I feel like the standard is pretty high in terms of like commercial based music coming from OVO and the expectation of the quality of music. But if you do have a following and you're good at what you do, there's someone out there for you. Like OVO ain't gatekeeping nothing. Like I feel like it's an open enterprise here in the city. There's a lot of executives coming from different record labels and from different cities, LA, New York, Atlanta. They be coming up here to do their own scouting. They're definitely out here. So if you're not making noise, I mean, you gotta get to work.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Start grinding.
Get to
You can't
work,
be
man.
complaining.
Yo, they're out here. Start networking.
Nah, definitely. People have to also look like there's different pathways. Like you said, there's multiple opportunities to enterprise. Like there's not only one lane, but I feel like a lot of people in the city, they just want to attach themselves to the owl. Like they want to brand it on their chest and like walk around like, yeah, I'm OVO affiliated. Like, Brody, just do your thing. The man will see you. Like that's what I feel like.
That's exactly it. You
Like
don't.
if you really want this affiliate shit, just keep working. Like yeah, you
So,
know what I
like,
mean? Like
Everyone gets found.
The thing is, everyone can release their music now. They have full control. Like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, make your noise. You know, like, yes, you know, like it seems like, you know, as soon as you rub shoulders with the owl, all of a sudden, like things start happening. But yo, you got to put in the work, man. If you really want it, you got to get up and go. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't stop with like OVO roadblocking anybody.
I don't feel like
Like
that.
there's an avenue for everyone here, and Toronto is a melting pot. There's so many links here. There's so many connects. You guys are loafing. You guys, well, everything's here, fam.
So there's shit at business, is what you're saying.
Sorry to say, man. You know, educate yourselves. Yo, educate yourselves in the music business, man. Like if that's what you want.
For real, no excuses.
Yo, being in the hood, like yo, you only learn from school. And like they're not really gonna teach you if they don't have the links, man. It's who you know. You gotta get out there, go out to the clubs, go to the concerts, meet the right people.
Start going to studios, start going to networking events, whatever you're doing, just try, man.
If
Start
that's your
DMing
craft,
people.
you're gonna touch base on every part of it. There's no excuses.
Yo, man, that's
There's access here to everything.
that's the goal, you know, like stop depending on the owl, guys. Make your own thing, yo. Get live, have a fucking following, create a community, put in the work, drop album after album after album after album.
Be original.
Drake
Yeah, be original, man.
is that nigga never stopped working, fam. You know what I'm saying? He worked his ass off, yo. Whether niggas wrote his rhymes or not, it doesn't even matter. He fucking put in work day after day, album after album, year after year. This guy's on somebody's track singing a hook, doing something like he put in bare work, man. So it's just
15 years.
15 years, like Tom Brady numbers, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, whatever the case is, I think it's good for hip hop. Kids in the streets, you know, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking just go down a lane because it looks cool on your fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, yo, I'm just hoping that, you know, whatever happens in any hip hop beef in the world just stays in the music. And this is OG MacG coming to you from that street perspective, you know?
You already know it's your boy, Mr. Let's Party.
Lofsky.
You already know.
And Mr. Michelin. All right, we're out. Done now.